that particular cartoon belongs on Adult Swim.
Oh shit! Oh snap, man. Okay, gotcha.
You know, just to get into it, it belongs in Adult Swim. It's not blatant, but it's like, yeah.
Gotcha.
If you're not paying attention, it'll slide right on by.
Yeah, it'll slide right on by. It was times when I walked past the TV like, what?
What's that meme with Ike Turner? He just like
he looked like
Welcome to Just Acting Up Show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a great show for you today and a great guest that's on the way. Before we get into it, I want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's right there. Click that bell button. That's right there down below. I'm your host, Joffe. We have been this thing, man. 10 toes down, H down. I still ain't got it right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to find it. Chris, say what's up to the good people, man.
What's going on, people? How you living?
Sir, yes, sir. Then we got Mike up in the same mic. Say what's up to the good people out there.
What's going on? How you doing?
So professional.
So professional.
Just hello.
Hello.
Oh man, I'm still trying to find my intro, y'all. Y'all work with us bad with. I'll probably just do like Mike next time, just like, what's up? Like Waldo from Family Matters. Y'all knew Waldo was. So yeah, like I said, y'all stay locked in, stay tuned. We got a great show for you. We're gonna talk about the Pfizer. We're gonna talk about the vaccination. What's going on with that? You gonna get your kids, the shot? Let's talk about that. All that and more on Just Acting Up Show. What else we got? We're gonna talk about some things on the big stage with entertainment-wise, music-wise. Did you watch Versus? Did you not watch Versus? Did you like Versus? You like what could come soon for the Versus with Puffy and with Jermaine Dupri. All that and more, movies and Just Acting Up. Stay tuned. Big stage. We on the big stage, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, let's get into this talk real quick. Let's talk about this first. The Pfizer shot. So, I got my first shot, a couple weeks ago for the vaccination. I went through the process. We all went through the process. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. For some people, it's smooth sailing. For others, not so smooth sailing. You might have a couple of, might feel a little bit drowsy, a little bit weak, a little bit sick, or whatever. But, we all got to go through it. I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to take the shot, but kind of want to put yourself in a position to where you have a fighting chance if COVID comes knocking on your door. And let's just hope and pray that it does not come knocking on your door. So, with all that being said, now what is going on is that they just pretty much announced and gave us the green light saying that there are vaccine for kids, the Pfizer shot for ages 5 through 11. So the question is, are you going to get your kids this shot?
That's a good question. I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I am. Most definitely.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you, man.
If I had kids, I probably would.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk it over with my people and everything, and look more into it. Because I mean, it's just at that point where we all have to better protect ourselves, and I think. Same thing like with the shots with the measles and with, chicken pox and with all the other shots that the kids got to get before they go back to school. If they didn't get the shot, it's become a requirement. I mean, I hate it. I ain't gonna lie. I wish I would not have to take this shot either, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Can't sugarcoat it, man.
No.
Can't sugarcoat it.
If it's available, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got their own opinions. The country is just really split. And it's my thing is that if you want to take it, then you take it. Is people had their doubts because other people don't want to take it, so it make them feel like, well, this person sounds like, oh, they could, like, they don't want to take it because of this person saying that, and then the other person don't want to take it because want to take it because of this and that. It's all confusing. It's very confusing.
It's funny very confusing. Because what America was supposed to be, quote unquote, the land of the free, and the thing that they, well, I'm not gonna get into that. Let's just say that's a whole nother topic.
Don't do it, bro.
But it's a thing of where people are not allowed to. It's like, okay, it's freedom of choice, pretty much. Freedom of choice, freedom of opinion. But it's like, you're getting criticized for your choice and your opinion. And so, like, when there's so many people on each side, all it is a bunch of just going at it and confusion and nonsense.
Yeah.
Man.
Pretty much.
Just saying.
You said it best, Chris. You said it best. I also too, if someone wants to get the shot, don't look down upon them because they want to get the shot, and their kids, and and it's vice versa too. That doesn't make that person less than you if they decide to get the shot or not. So. True.
Very, very true. I agree with both of y'all, man. Speaking of, I want to look more into this story about, y'all saw that story about what happened in New York with the 3 people from Houston?
Yeah.
Got into a fight with, I'm trying not to laugh, but at the same time, I'm like, why did it have to be us? We already getting criticized for these abortion laws and from Texas overall, and these other laws being passed. Why, when you go somewhere, please try to resolve this. I don't know what all happened. I don't know what was said. I don't know. I don't know who family member that is, who mama that is over there fighting. The hostess, was that the hostess, I think? But
yeah, they fighting.
Yeah, man. So pretty much it was over vaccination. I think they believe it was over. Here it is, right here. A restaurant worker assaulted in New York City, and 3 women from Houston are accused of committing it, all over proof of COVID vaccination. Goodness gracious. Well, look at this. Look at this. Anarchy. Whooping each other ass and shit. So, I mean, people, it is what it is now. If they ask you for these vaccination cards, or if you've been vaccinated, how long has it been going for? Like 2 years now? Almost 2 years, I think. Almost. Y'all know what it is. Don't act brand new, man.
Get your vaccination card on the low. Get your vaccination card on the low.
Man, make sure y'all go to the right people, because I don't want y'all to go to the wrong ones. The Just Acting Up show said I need to go to these people so I can get my vaccinated.
I need to get my card on the low. I need to get my card on the low.
We have to have that disclaimer. The facts and opinions provided by the Just Acting Up show is just not.
Put it right there at the bottom, right there.
Man.
It is just that opinion.
It's just that as opinion.
No.
That's funny.
Got to, man.
So it was some people in the army that was giving out fake vaccination cards too. Like they was showing fake. How do you fake a vaccination card? Like, I guess it's just like counterfeit money, I guess. It's answering my own question.
Mm-hmm.
Just like them fake green cards, just like fake IDs. People will hustle and find a way. Y'all remember, I remember when Redbox first came out. And people, my homeboy said, hey man, go take this back to Redbox. And I saw him put in an old CD or something. I'm like, hey man, you want to put the What's the Right movie in there? Like, no. Put this back in there. Put it back in the case, put it in there so I keep this movie. Like, dude, you cannot. You know what, man? Do what you do, man. That's between you.
Man, I did that when it was Blockbusters. I did. Blockbusters ain't around no more, so sorry, Blockbusters.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Blockbusters. I'm sorry, but Blockbusters used to get the business with the VHS and DVD and yeah, they used to get the bid. If I liked it, it's staying.
Put the wrong one in there. Like, yeah, man.
I did that with video games. It was video games for me. So it was like, I like this game too much to let it go. I like this game too much to let it go. I can't let it go.
Man, let it go.
Let it go. I don't like the way Redbox do video games, man. I forgot. I slipped up and bought NBA, one of the NBA 2K games one time. And then
that's not a game you just rent.
Yeah, no, at all. No, my stupid stuff.
That's a game you gotta buy.
You gotta actually buy. I just wanted to see because like I was at the point where I'm like, I'm getting tired of NBA 2K games being the same. Let me just see how it is. And then I played. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. And then I forgot to return it. You know, you got a certain time frame. We got to return the game.
Mm-hmm.
I wound up paying the doggone full price. I should have just got the game instead and been done with it. I was so mad at myself.
That's how they get you.
That is how they get you.
You just bought it because 2K is just one of those games you gotta play it.
Yeah,
you gotta play it.
Boy, that was the most stupidest thing. I said I hate Redbox ever since then.
Yeah, renting video games is a no-go anyway. Why would you want to rent a video game? It's gonna take you you're gonna finish the whole game in a whole day.
Yeah, like man, I'm telling you.
And these video games is about as long as movies now, probably longer.
Yeah, they are. Like, man, why did I do that? I was like, that was one of the list of stupid things that I've done in my life. Like, you got to be more careful, my boy.
Got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful.
Got to see it through, my boy.
We all took some L's, man. We all took some L's. Goodness gracious. Moving on. Since we're talking about sports.
Since when we was talking about sports?
How did those Steelers do last week, Michael?
Oh, we won. Let me go pull up something for you real quick. I was looking through some emails, but yeah, I'm back home now. Let's see what's going on. So we beat the Bills. And what was so exciting about that game was they picked us the loss. All the sports analysts across the board said that the Steelers was going to lose against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. And we pulled it out, 23-16.
Hey.
We pulled it out, man. Now, our offense started off slow once again. And, oh, man, we had 3 points leading in the halftime. But, man, we got a forced punt return touchdown, like, dude blocked the punt and ran it in for a touchdown, and that's what sparked it. And then Ben Roethlisberger to Dante Johnson, that connection, that sparked the touchdown. And then the defense played to their full capability. I do not know what's in that water in Wisconsin when those Watt brothers was created. I don't know what that Daddy Watt came in that house that night, and because that Watt gene is a beast.
How'd he do? He did really good?
Man, he got a sack.
Okay.
He got a sack, and he forced some pressure.
Okay.
It's so crazy because they demand it. Like, hey, man, this is what I bring to the table. The Watt brothers, this is what I bring to the table. And it's like, they don't lie. Like, yeah. They bring that. So,
man. See, that's good that, you know how in some families is like that talent skip a generation?
Yeah.
Like, you always got that one player that's like, man, that boy good. He goes to the next one like, yeah, we got him. He got this last name. Then they got there and play like, why you play like your brother or your sister play like?
Right.
Yeah, right.
So, hey, man.
For all three of them to have it. Now, Derek came from the Chargers and he played for the Steelers. Now he's a fullback. So Derek, you don't hear too much because of the position that he played. It's fullback. Fullbacks used to get respect back then, but now it's like it's full fullbacks.
There's not too many of them. They almost obsolete.
Almost. You don't even really hear too much about fullbacks.
Right.
Unless you're in a goal line formation, an I formation, and you're trying to punch it in. But like something for long yardage, you don't hear about fullbacks like that.
Yeah. Anyway, you done with the Steelers? Okay. You good?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't.
All right, so a real football team.
Nah, it
Because
ain't
I don't get to talk about them too much.
It's my turn.
I don't get to talk about them too much. Oh, my Texans, they did win 37-21 to the Jaguars. Can I get a sound of do 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 do? Okay.
No, I want that same energy because off air you didn't feel like that.
Oh,
man. But it's like family member. They was doing bad, but I'm gonna be proud of them when they do good. Tyrod Taylor, 21 for 33, 291 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mark Ingram, 26 carries for 85 yards. What? Boys was out there balling.
It was Jaguars. I mean, it was a Jaguars, but we're gonna see. I mean, hey man, like I mean, I don't know, man. It's like ever since that, what was it? I think it was a 2013 season, if I can remember, when Kubiak was here. And we started off good with those first 2 wins. And then after that, it just went down.
We gotta enjoy it all, because you don't know how long it's gonna last.
I'm gonna tell you how long it's gonna last. At 12 p.m. tomorrow.
We play this week. We play
the Browns. And do not sleep on the Browns. Because the Browns almost beat Kansas City. They put Kansas City, but then Patrick Mahomes came in and became Patrick Mahomes, as we all know. But yeah, that's how long it's gonna last. It's the night of the 18th. Okay. The 19th tomorrow at 12 p.m. Kickoff. Then it's over. They playing in Cleveland. So
we'll be tuning in next week.
You want to put some dew on that? Want to put some dew on that?
Oh man. Oh man, but I mean, I'm happy that they got that win. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. The Deshaun thing is still there because he's still there, posted up chilling. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, they haven't talked about it.
He nacho.
Probably so. That's probably what he's doing.
Hot dog like Jamie Foxx was on Any Given Sunday. He chilling.
Yeah.
Deshaun is like that employee that you just know this is it. He's gonna quit soon. Cause he just comes in, do something. Boss man say, hey man, you need to go. Like, get to what I'm on to. Yeah, like he blatantly with it now. He was saying it behind his back, but he blatant with it now. So he almost out the door.
He almost stopped.
My
name is Willie Beeman. I keep the ladies.
I just hope that he goes to a city that can get him to where he wants, Super Bowl.
Do right
playoffs. By him. Do right by him. Put some pieces around him, man.
And when we say do right by him, we mean football wise.
Yes.
For clarity. I don't want no confusion.
I can see the memes right now. Deshaun, we good over here in the massage parlors over here. Leave that, stop, y'all. Leave that man alone. Let that man have some peace, man. He already got to deal with too much outside of football.
Way too much.
So please, please.
Yeah, buddy. Oh well.
So we'll see how the rest of this football season it's going. We'll see how it goes. I know basketball season preseason will get kicked off soon in early October. Baseball, got the Astros. I think the playoffs should start soon for I think the playoffs should start soon for baseball, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll keep an eye on that as well too. Shout out to the Astros. I would do the whole little go Astros thing, but I'm tired right now. We ain't gonna do it. But no shade towards the Astros. Of course, I want my team to win. I want them to do good. I want us to have more parades, more party up in here in H-Town. At a distance though. Stay over there. So
right now they're 87-60.
All right, come on now.
Yeah, they number 1 in the West.
Yeah, they are number 1 in the West. Let's they are. Put some respect on them. The Stros got doggone it. Somebody just came back too, if I'm not mistaken. I can't. My phone acting up, but yeah. So shout out to the Astros, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. Keep on knocking them hoes out the park. They thought y'all.
Alex Bregman, he just came back.
There you go, Bregman. I knew it was somebody. Okay, so we about to get into the Critics Corner. Did you watch the verses that came out a couple of days ago, man, or last week? 'Cause I know the show gonna drop on Tuesday. On Tuesday. So did you watch the verses with Fat Joe and Ja Rule? What was your thoughts on that? Did you not like the comment Fat Joe dropped? I mean, I know a lot of people didn't. And also going to talk about what's going on in the movie scene. They're talking about early reviews for Venom. They're talking about doing another Marvel movie. Yes, another one. They keep it going. We got some DC movies. They got their release date. We haven't talked about DC in a while, so we're gonna talk about it, man. All that and more. Just Acting Up Show, Critics Corner. Y'all stay locked in. All right, y'all. We are here at the Critics Corner where we talk about movies, we talk about film, we talk about what's going on in the entertainment industry and music and all that and what have you. So before we get into all the other stuff, let's go ahead and so before we get into all this, I want to get y'all thoughts on this real quick before we get into the whole versus battle thing. So they just released the cast of the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And so, I know everybody was saying they got their thoughts about it, not doing a remake and not doing this and letting everything stay in the past and, nostalgia and everything. So I have my thoughts about it. I want to know what y'all think about it, the whole Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot or remake.
I mean, it's good because I seen the trailer that the original director, he had made a dramatic version of the Fresh Prince, and that it's not going to be a comedy. I don't know if everybody realized that it's not going to be a comedy. It's going to be a dramatic version of it. And so I have no problem with it. I think it's good. It's a good take on a classic. So.
Yeah. I don't have no problems with it at all neither. When I first seen the trailer, I was like, wow, that's a good spin-off, like a good twist to it. So yeah, I don't have no issues with it. I think people just want to protect the original so bad that they feel like, nah, man, we must protect the original. But at the end of the day, hey man, if it's done right, it's done right.
Mm-hmm. And I think people, what was that they remade when they remade some of these other stuff that shouldn't have been remade? They should have protected those entities.
Lion King was one that comes on the top of my mind. Bro, come on, man.
They did without that.
They could have did without that.
Oh man.
I think it's proof of concept with this one though, because I seen it in the trailer and the way they did, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's telling the same story just in a different way. It ain't gonna be with all the giggles. You know what I mean?
Right. I know I think they're going to redo they're going to tell the Mufasa and Scar story. I know we talked about that a couple shows back. So
yeah, and I seen who's going to play them. They cast. I don't know how true it is, but
yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that. I mean, my thing is so I know us as fans, a lot of us do say, man, like we just said right now, some of those things shouldn't be, remade or whatever or rebooted. I mean, that's just the era we live in. They're gonna forever do it. But I look at it like this. So all three of us, since we're trying to break out into acting, and this is for people, viewers as well too. I want the viewers to look at it this way. So let's say, for example, viewers, if y'all were in acting and if y'all got a message or a call saying, or if you see something on your timeline or whatever, your agent hit you up saying, hey, they're doing a casting for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air remake. Of course, you probably say, I don't know why they don't remake it, but it'll be dope to get into something to get the ball rolling, to break out into acting, right?
Right.
So are you not going to jump on it?
And I don't see what the problem is with the cast, though. I mean, yeah, they may look a little younger, but think about how your aunts and uncles look back in the 80s and early 90s compared to how aunts and uncles look in 2021. They twerking at brunch. That's all I'm saying.
With the mimosa in the hand. We got them good jeans, man.
That is true. It had to change with the times. So.
Yeah, man. They talking about Uncle Phil like a model. I mean, okay. Hey, it's all right. What it is, man. But I thought it was dope that the guy who's actually going to be playing as Will Smith himself video Skyped him or whatever and said, hey man, I just wanted to congratulate you and tell you that you've been casted in the role as Will Smith. And the boy was just so ecstatic. I don't know how old he is. This is my first time seeing him. But, it was just dope to see that. And, just to see that is dope. I'm nowhere near his age, but I love Samuel Jackson. Hey, James, I don't have his complexion. Samuel Jackson, hey, man, I want you to play this character. So, I mean, you just got to look at it that way, man. So just wait and see how the show goes. Like, we all saw the teaser for it, or like Mike said, the video that, he just put out there. It looked good. Maybe they might have like a little bit of comedy into it to tie it all in, to keep you engaged. Maybe it might be, hey, so just give it a chance, y'all. Give it a chance.
Yeah, but if it don't come up to par, then. But I think it's gonna be okay. It's whenever you try to follow the same formula back then, it doesn't work. It's not gonna work. Like House Party got me. The new House Party.
Yeah, see, now that makes me nervous.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. This Fresh Prince, I think it's gonna be okay, but that House Party makes me nervous.
Yeah, it does. I ain't gonna lie.
Calling for that one.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's see how the trailer looks, man. So, and speaking of Will Smith, there is a rumor out there saying Will Smith wants a Deadshot and Bloodsport team up for DC. So that could be good.
That could be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that working.
That Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah. Him and Idris Elba never worked together before, right?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be nice. And you know what? And they talked about that too. Like Chadwick Boseman said that on RP to Chadwick, Wakanda Forever. He said that on this one show called the what do you call it? Off camera. He was saying that it's crazy how back then it's getting better now in Hollywood, but you cast all these people, these Caucasian people, with actors that we do love and like but you get that one black guy that's an A-lister and you put him in there. So if that were to happen, I mean, they're doing it more now in Hollywood, which I love that you're finally putting people of color or different A-listers in there that are of color or different, nationality in the film and making it work. For example, Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman. You put them two in the movie together. You got Don Cheadle in there. So yeah, man, I'm all for it. I would love to see that. I would love to see DC get them, please.
Yeah, I remember watching the first trailer of The Expendables, and I was like, damn, all these action stars together. I'm like, this shit ain't gonna work. Then 3 Expendables later, how many they came out with? 3 or 4?
3. They were
3.
4 is coming out.
Yeah,
with 50 Cent actually gonna be in that one.
Yeah, 50 Cent. Yeah, 50 Cent is gonna be in the next Expendable. So it worked, but yeah, that's true. What if you had not all black action stars? Yeah, like Richard Roundtree back in the day, Shaft.
They tried that, I think, with the blaxploitation people. They did do that movie, Original Gangsters.
Right.
Original Gangsters with Fred Williamson and Jim Brown and Pam Grier. Richard Roundtree, all of them was in there. All those old action stars. Ron O'Neal, Superfly.
Yeah. You're right. Forgot about that.
But for me, that movie, the only reason that movie fell kind of short for me was because of Christopher B. Duncan, aka Braxton.
Oh, he was a villain.
Yeah, he was a villain.
Yeah.
You're so used to seeing him on Jamie Foxx, and he's trying to be all hard and gangster. I'm like,
hey, man. Well, Braxton P. Hartner-Brigg, you better put some respect on his name. That boy.
I was like, I'm good.
Oh man,
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's just it all goes. It's crazy that it all goes about who you put into the role and how you portray the character. I mean, I don't know. I guess it all depends on the director. I guess I don't know because it just I don't know. It all depends, man. But yeah. So, speaking of DC movies, I know there is a DC showcase that's going to come out next month, I believe, and I'm looking forward to see what comes out soon. But they have the release dates right here for some of these films. March 2022. You got The Batman, the one with Robert Pattinson. Then July 2022. Next year, you got The Rock's Black Adam. Then you got November of 2022, Flashpoint comes out. December of 2022, Aquaman comes out, and June 2023 is Shazam. So yeah, they got some stuff coming out. They got some stuff coming out soon for DC. We just gotta wait to stay tuned. I'm waiting for that Black Adam. That one's gonna be, yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Okay. Looking forward to Flashpoint and
Yeah.
Shazam.
Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to all of them. I just want to see the trailers for it. Let me see the trailers so I can get hyped.
Now,
All of them come on HBO Max.
Probably so.
hey. Shout out to in Marvel news too. Anthony Mackie has signed his deal to do the Captain America movie. It'll be his first as him being Captain America, the movie.
Yeah. I'm looking for
first feature film, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. That's that Marvel Phase 4, Phase 5.
Interesting.
Well, we just gonna be. Thank y'all. we
entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
We good on superhero front, man. We will be entertained, man. And speaking of Marvel, they got some stuff that's coming out. So there's rumor about an actual Marvel Zombies live action film in the works because of the What If series. And that's wow. If they can do that, okay, cool. I mean, if they don't,
from what I've seen, everybody look like they lose anyway. So I mean, I don't even know how to win in that scenario. How can the heroes win in that scenario?
I have no idea.
How can the heroes win in that scenario?
Yeah, I missed out on the comic part when they started doing the Marvel Zombies and everything. So for my comic comrades out there, my comic book carrot people out there, y'all fill us in on the comments below how that all transpired and went down.
You know, I have a question, right? And I understand that everybody have a job to do when it's basically mapping things out for what's going to come in the future. But 2025, who said we're going to be here in 2025? I'm just asking, man, because it kills me sometimes. I'll be like, damn. So who sits in here and say, okay, guys, look out. In 2027, we're going to have this and that, and then in 2034, we're going to have whoop. And I'm like, damn, make sure I think, y'all have a close connection with God? Like God said, this is how long we're going to be. All right.
Yeah.
So God said in 2030,
it does make you think like, damn, I sure hope I live long enough to see this. Like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, man, I hope I can make it to see Infinity War. That's all I'm asking.
Please, God. Please, Lord.
Please, God, spare me, Lord.
Spare me, Lord, so I can see this movie.
Spare me, Lord.
I need to know how it ends.
I need to know.
I just need to know, God.
What does Thanos do with the gun, God?
That was such a cliffhanger. Dang.
Boy,
That's one of the best cliffhangers in a movie I've seen in a long time with Infinity War. Infinity War.
Yeah, it was. I was
like, wait, we waiting on the end credit or something. Like, wait, everybody just did.
I
killed Spider-Man.
I said that to the very end. Yeah, oh God, they killed Black Panther.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Like that theater got so quiet. I said, ooh.
Actually, I couldn't fully enjoy that movie as much as I wanted to because got in an argument with the missus, so it's like,
This was what's so cold part about it too is they made us wait like a whole year for the second part.
Man.
Now that's where respect goes to the Matrix. When Matrix did Reloaded, we didn't have to wait a whole year for Revolutions. Revolutions came like 6 months. Revolutions was right there, baby. Right there.
That is true.
It was trash, but it was right there though.
Now that's a whole nother story for a whole nother.
Oh man.
That's probably why they put it out so quick. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good, man. You good. Oh man. Speaking of we're gonna get back to a little bit of DC news real soon. But speaking of when you said Anthony Mackie, man, so the talk about two video games installments. So Anthony Mackie has signed on to be a part of the Twisted Metal movie. I didn't know they was making a movie about Twisted Metal. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna go down, but okay, let's see how it goes. I never got a chance to really play Twisted Metal back then. Now, if you said Metal Gear Solid, oh yes, I'm all for that.
Metal Gear Solid is confusing.
The storyline is very confusing.
Yeah, the storyline is very confusing. Just confusing.
It is.
You know, I'm surprised they haven't done a movie for Grand Theft Auto.
They should. They'll make some bread off of it.
They was gonna do a TV show because if you can remember the guy that played in The Walking Dead, Negan's right-hand man, that was Trevor.
Okay. Yeah, that Trevor was crazy.
Yeah, that was Trevor. And they drew him, they had his voice just like Trevor.
Man, if there's a real life Trevor going out there, I just
Bro, when I tell you that man, Rockstar drew him. I mean, it's no mistaking about it. When you look at Trevor on the video game, that's him in real life. Voice and everything. The way how he move his hands and he goes like this and do that. It's everything, bro. They put that all on the video game. Because, I mean, it's no mistaking that is Trevor.
Dude, Rockstar just be in their bag, bro. When they make these games.
Yeah, Rockstar be on it. And the guy that played Arthur Morgan on Red Dead Redemption looked just like the real person.
Man.
From head to toe. So
I'm telling you, man.
But yeah. So they, like I said, they was gonna have a TV show. It was gonna be on AMC. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what ended up happening with that. So
probably couldn't get some things worked out, man. And I do tell you, well, before I get into the next one, I was gonna say Haley Atwell. For everybody who knows her, if you don't know who she is, she was Peggy Carter on Captain America. Captain Carter. She's pretty much will be voicing Lara Croft in the anime. I think it's an anime series that's coming out on Netflix. So she's gonna be the voice of her. That's one of my Hollywood crushes right there. Don't at me, man. I know you. I know my black queens. Don't talk them way. Hey, look, listen. I like Haley Atwell. She's a great actress, by the way. So keep an eye on that. And then after this, we'll go move from video game talk. I'm looking forward to see what they do with the Last of Us series that's gonna come out on HBO. I know, Mike, I know you played The Last of Us.
yeah.
Adrian Pascal, who's on The Mandalorian, will be playing as Joel in The Last of Us series. So most definitely be keeping an eye on that. I want to see how that installment goes. So they spending some bread on that one too, man. Because if all the viewers who have ever played The Last of Us and you know how the whole city and how this area looks, you're gonna spend some bread for that CGI and for the character they go into it. So we'll see how that goes. So moving on, touch on this. Okay, from DC. Okay, we know Batman got a whole lot of Rogues Gallery. So would y'all make a Penguin spinoff? Would y'all make one if y'all had to? I mean,
No.
I think we got enough of Penguin in Gotham.
Yeah,
I think that was perfect person to play Penguin. I think it was done right. I can't see that story going nowhere else.
Yeah. So I mean, the Batman, like I said, we talked about earlier, is going to be coming out next year in March. If I can't remember, I don't want to go back to it. But they said it's a rumor that the Penguin spinoff will be coming, and they said they want to do it kind of like a mob-ish boss type of thing. I think from what I've remembered, but I don't know. I mean, it worked with the Joker.
Yeah,
because everybody loves the Joker.
Yeah, but see that you just mentioned it. Everybody loves the Joker.
Yeah.
Penguin is like.
I can't. This is one of those things though. The guy that played Penguin on Fox's Gotham, he did so good with it. Like I can't imagine nobody else playing even that role. Now I will be interested though to see more of a Fish Mooney. Is it Fish Mooney? was the one that Jada Pinkett played on that show.
Oh, her? Yeah.
I'll be interested to see more about that character.
Fish movie. Never thought about that. I kept forgetting that shit. Yeah. Okay. I mean, there's so many different characters from Batman that you can use. I mean, I can understand Scarecrow or some others, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens with that one, man. So
You get tired of Scarecrow.
They use Scarecrow a lot. They use Joker a lot. Joker's like Joker. I was about to say ace in the hole, but more pun intended, they're Joker in the hole.
I like what they're doing on Titans with they're doing the whole the Arkham Knights game. They're kind of doing that scenario with the Scarecrow and the Red Hood together.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. That's about it.
That is about it.
Penguin, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm pretty straight on the Penguin myself.
Right.
The Penguin is not my favorite villain. I like the Clayface, but Clayface is not something that they talk about a lot. That's not one of those that's not one of the villains that's like roll out. Oh, okay. But it'd be cool to have him in.
Give me some water.
Yeah, exactly. Clayface.
That would be different. They haven't used them yet. In a live action, they haven't used them yet. So that probably could be, yeah.
You know, when they was doing The Dark Knight, and I don't know how true this is, but they said that Tom Cruise was supposed to be one of the villains. Not in Dark Knight, in Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be Inferno or something. And then they said that Eddie Murphy was supposed to play the Riddler.
The Riddler?
That was a long time rumor.
Damn.
That he was supposed to play the Riddler.
I didn't like the Two-Face though. And we're talking about Rises. I'm thinking about.
We're talking about Rises, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about the one with
Batman.
Yeah.
The Joel Schumacher one? Nah, don't.
That was a terrible
boy. Ooh, boy.
That was a terrible. But the Dark Knight Rises, yeah, that dude was okay. He was okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Man. I see, and now, Mike, now that you mentioned that, I'm curious on what these celebrities, like the roles they get sometimes. Like you saying Eddie, like I know a long time we used to talk about Candyman, and they said they wanted Eddie Murphy to play as Candyman. Like, why would you?
Probably his laugh would have been creepy instead of funny to us. You know,
like nah, man, nah, Eddie.
It wouldn't have hit the same, man.
So I finally did see Candyman, y'all. And my only question is like, so is he like a super Candyman? Like after seeing the ending, so is he like the Candyman of all Candymans because he was the chosen one?
Which one, Daniel Robitaille?
No, the new guy from the latest movie.
The artist.
You know, that's a good question. That is a real good question, and it's on demand. I'm going to buy it later on today to watch it for the third consecutive time. But that is a great question. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of Easter eggs in that movie.
Because I was sitting there watching, I was like, okay, so he's like he's like the chosen one and a combination of all of them. So is he like the super candy? I don't, these questions I asked. Because
he was walking around the police car. That's right, because they start showing all the faces of the dead ones before him. Mm. But you know what, Chris? For it to hit different, you have to watch the first one. Mm-hmm. Watch the original one and then go back and watch the second one. Then you will understand it a whole lot more, because that's my wife. She didn't ever watch the first one, but I told her you have to watch the first one to understand. Mm-hmm. You know, well, you already undercut, because what these movies do for movies, that movie came out in 92, showing my age. Yeah, that movie came out in 92. That's like 30 years. But almost 30 years. But long story short, they didn't exploit more what happened to Daniel Robitaille at that time. Like, he got, killed. It was a hate crime. And it was like, back then it was like, oh, it's a hate crime. Let's move on to something else. They exploited it more. So yeah, and then they try to go back to it, but I had already said this about it before. But like I said, you got to watch the first one to understand, to get it with the second one. But they got a lot of Easter eggs in that movie, like how the words is backwards. When you started, did you notice that, James?
That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
I love that.
The words are backwards. Universal is backwards. Monkey paw is backwards. Brawn is backwards. All the words is backwards because when you put the words in the mirror, they spell backwards.
Yeah, that was dope. I like that. I like the I like the movie. I know some people saying that it was trash. It was this, like, dude, just come on now. It was only a couple of things where I say like they didn't really fully explain this or that. And I think that final act was kind of rushed a bit, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. The movie wasn't trash, man. People just being people.
Yeah, but for your question, Chris, I don't know if him being no super candy man. I don't know about that, but that is a good question. But I do like, because you say the candy man always float. That's why you got to watch the first one, because he didn't float. He walked to violence.
He walked.
He walked.
There was one scene where he came through he was in the crazy house with her, and he floating and I'm like, dude, this man crazy, man. So I think that's the only and he did fly backwards out of the window at one point in time.
See, I gotta watch the first one again. I haven't watched it.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Man, night at the house tonight, baby.
Your wife gonna be like, man, why we watching this shit?
Blame Chris and James.
Next time I see your wife, I blame you, motherfucker.
Gotta watch Candyman one more time.
I'm sorry. Oh man. So to move on, let me see the verses. Man, I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I watched a good majority of the verses with Fat Joe and Ja Rule. It looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. He brought Ashanti out there, and Ellie snuggled up to his old boo, and gave a little hug and everything. I know he said he didn't want to be awkward, so okay, cool, bet. But it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. Did y'all get a chance to watch it or look at some clips?
I haven't got through it yet. But I'm working on it. But I've seen the highlights. I mean, it was pretty good. They both got records,
Yeah, they do.
I think Ja Rule a little bit more had more of the edge in that one,
Man, shout out to Ashanti, because she was in all the features. They showed the memes of her. It was like Ashanti after being on Ja Rule and Fat Joe. She's just leaning over tired.
Yeah.
Ashanti, share this message, find you some kind of way.
Yeah.
I am available for you.
You are timeless.
She not single though, bro.
Oh, well, I'll delete that.
She is single.
She said she's not on Breakfast Club, I believe, because they were talking about it.
How long ago was that?
This a couple days ago, because they was like asking about that. Yeah, they was asking about it, and they said, Nelly's single now, and she was like, "But I'm not," and she laughed.
Well, disregard everything I just said in the last 5 minutes.
Damn.
Got that down quick.
Damn.
But
I thought she was single.
Just in case, if it don't work out, Ashanti, hey, just in case.
I'm here for you, girl. I'm here for you.
Play that. Make it home tonight. Okay, my bad, y'all. But speaking of the verses, man, so what's the name? Diddy came out, and I don't know who started it, but people were saying that Diddy and Jermaine Dupri need to have verses. And Diddy pretty much said, now Jermaine Dupri don't need to see me, yada yada yada. I'm like, come on now, Diddy. Now come on now.
Man, look. I've been asking for this. This is one of the verses I've been talking about for the longest, that Jermaine Dupri and Diddy, because I like that better than what Diddy wants Dre. I'm like, oh, nobody want that East Coast, West Coast. Plus, it's like a hip hop label versus like they're all rap, whereas he's like R&B and hip hop, and Jermaine Dupri has a lot of R&B and hip hop acts as well. So I think that would have been a good. You put some respect on JD's name, Diddy.
Come on.
Put some on his name for sure. For
Please.
sure. Who did Timbaland go against? Swiss Beats?
Swiss Beats, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I was rooting for Tim on that one. I ain't even bother even watching the verses. To be honest with you, the only verses I watched was that Gucci Man and Jesus.
Woo.
That's the only verses that I've ever paid attention to was that Gucci Man and Young Jeezy. The rest I just saw highlights, but that Gucci Man and Young Jeezy, I was watching.
Boy,
like that.
Get your pop on it.
And I'm just looking at the roster of just what's on SoSo Def. Like, yeah, he need to go ahead and do that versus because he got it, Jermaine on work, SoSo Def artist. Yeah.
That would be a good versus.
There we go. Yeah, SoSo Def artist. You got Escape, Monica, Houdini, Franchise Boys. I mean, come on, TLC.
Chris Cross.
Crusher, Anthony Hamilton.
Chris Cross.
Come on
Chris
with
Cross.
it. Come on with it.
And Bow Wow for you Bow Wow fans.
Yeah, Bow Wow.
It was a list. And he got some, and he does a lot of work with Mariah Carey. I'm like, come on. Did he put some respect on that man name?
Man, that's gonna be a
good versus.
That's gonna be a good one. And so they did a video call with it was Jermaine Dupri, Diddy, Snoop, and Fat Joe was on it.
Yeah,
and it was funny. I was laughing. And, Puffy Diddy gonna be Diddy, and like do that. Like wait, hold on, play this. They play this. And Snoop's laugh was making me laugh. And so
it was funny. It's like he wants Dre, but I mean we can't even get Detox out of Dre. How long we been waiting on the Detox
Now
album?
Detox is over with. Dre dropped Compton instead. So there's no that was his last album. It was Compton, and he dropped it when Straight Outta Compton was coming out. So you got it. It's on iTunes. Check it out.
That's it. That's all you gonna get. That's
we waiting on Kendrick now. Mr. Don't address me, Mr. Foe. Don't address me 4 letters. We waiting on Kendrick, man.
Man, that though. I'm waiting on that. Come on, Kendrick. Come through, King Kendrick, please. Yeah, man. But that'll be a good versus. Jermaine Dupri said, man, look, just sign the paperwork so we get this going. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be ready. I'm looking forward to that one.
Facts.
Yes,
indeed. It's going to be a star-studded event to watch because Diddy holds no expense. You remember how Diddy used to do MTV Music Awards, Video Awards? Remember how he used to perform? Bro, Diddy used to, man.
He gonna put on the show.
Diddy used to put on the show.
If he gonna do anything, he will put on the show, man.
It was like Circus Olay looking at Diddy performance.
I hate I missed that reunion tour they did.
Oh yeah.
Then right. I wish I was in the building for even Jermaine Dupri had his own reunion tour that it's on YouTube. It was really good. Like it was at AX, what is it? Austin. That Austin festival they always have. That's what they did a SoSo Def reunion and everybody came out for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man.
Yeah, that'll be dope. I would love to see it. Yeah, so sign the paperwork, Diddy, so you can entertain us and we can enjoy all this good music. I'm digging these versus battles, man. So yeah, boy. I love the Proud Family. I don't know about y'all. There's a cartoon that came out back in my teenage years, the whole little Disney Channel thing when everybody was really heavy into Disney Channel. The Proud Family, man, they released they guest stars cast list. So I think it's supposed to come out next year, I'm not sure. But it's called Proud Family Louder and Prouder. I'm looking forward to that. Y'all gonna see, we'll see when it comes out. I want to see all the artwork. They released that not too long ago, a couple months ago. We'll see how it goes, man. Like it's just nostalgia time, man, and I think we need it.
Who's your favorite character on the Proud Family?
Man, who's my favorite character? Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby was one of my favorites.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite, hands down. That was Cedric the Entertainer that played. Oh, mama, where you going now? Oh no.
Would y'all believe? Y'all hate me if I say I didn't like the Proud Family?
I wouldn't hate you, bro. I mean, everybody got their preference, bro. Nothing wrong with
I didn't like the Proud Family. Recess was my TV
Recess
show.
was good too.
Recess was
was
dope.
mine.
Recess was dope. That was it.
Because I think I love how Recess, because it's like, as a kid, how older people look at it, that's just little kid stuff. But in your kid world, it's like everything is so big and huge, and it's just all this.
Yeah.
That was the other show.
Recess. That Recess was it. I think Pepper Ann was in that block as well too. Of course, you had Doug.
I like Doug.
Doug was Doug. And and I thought about that too. It's like what cartoon? I mean, of course we big ass kids ourselves too. But what cartoons are out now that we can just sit back and watch and enjoy? Like, there's not too many out there, man. SpongeBob.
Nah.
And I mean,
SpongeBob.
When it first came out, SpongeBob was mine, But I mean, there's not too many. They just want to look at YouTube now.
Oh, you talking about for kids? I thought you were talking about adults.
Well, for kids, hey, either or.
I thought you was talking about the adults.
Either or.
No,
really,
for kids.
Yeah.
My son, I'm not gonna lie. This cartoon is not for kids. The Wonderful World of Gumball.
Gumball.
That is not for kids, bro.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I swear on everything I love. That is not for kids. I'll say hell no. I watched one episode. I said, the fuck is this?
There's a lot of subliminal messages in that cartoon.
They have a lot of subliminal messages in that cartoon.
I need to watch. I never had a chance to sit down and watch. I always hear about them. I ain't watching that. I ain't never. What they do though? Tell me, please,
bro. You know how Cartoon Network got it. They got cartoon, then they got in the morning, then they got Adult Swim. Let's just say it like this: that particular cartoon belongs on Adult Swim.
Oh shit! Oh snap, man. Okay, gotcha.
Just to get into it, it belongs in Adult Swim. It's not blatant, but it's like,
Gotcha.
If you're not paying attention, it'll slide right on by.
Yeah, it'll slide right on by. It was times when I walked past the TV like, what?
What's that meme with Ike Turner? He just this might.
he looked
like hold on. Oh my God, man. It's crazy. When you get older, you look at some of the cartoons that came on, we was watching, like, damn, this is happening. Like Ren and Stimpy #1.
Yeah, I think they was like, nah, this don't belong here. We need that. Yeah, Rocco was more than like 2. That was one. It was like, nah, that don't belong. That don't belong here. We must take this out and put it over here.
Put it over here. Put this over here. Oh my gosh, man. Them cartoons back there. No wonder my dad watched some of this stuff with me. I'm like, what are you watching? Why are you watching this with me? It's funny. Like, yeah, it's funny, but that's just my dad. He loved cartoons and stuff. But yeah, man. Some of that stuff, like, no, this ain't it. Oh my God. All right, y'all. We have another guest in the spotlight coming up. Aleeah will be joining us on the Just Acting Up Show. So y'all don't want to miss this. It's going to be a great interview. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. Welcome to Just Acting Up Show, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special guest in here. We have Aleeah Rogers. Let's clap it in for this queen real quick, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen, for joining us for this one. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy to be here. You and I go way back.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was 2000. So for all the viewers out there, it was 2006 or 7, I think.
2006, yeah.
2006 when I met you. Yes, at our very first. I don't know if that was your very first job, but that was my very first.
It was my very first job. Yeah.
Yours? What?
Yeah, I still have pictures of us from when we would go to like. Do you remember that Red Robin where Tinseltown used to be?
I remember that.
The Beltway, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
that
awesome.
is crazy. Oh my God. AMC First Calling 24. And then it's crazy that, you look at us now. You're,
Mhm.
you're out there, you're out there trying, breaking out and acting, doing multiple. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm proud of this girl, man. It's crazy. With people that you worked with, or you just share, this job or these scenes or whatever with, and you see where they're at now and where you're all going and getting to. It's just so cool and exciting. I can't do nothing but smile and be happy for you. I'm so
Yeah, like 15 years later, where we are. It's pretty awesome.
oh my gosh, it's been a blur. So
No, it's always great seeing people's journey, man, just to see where they
Yeah.
come from. So I'm sure that's great. What inspired you to get into acting?
I had kind of been acting since I can remember. I used to live in New York City, and like one of my first plays that I don't remember doing, but my parents had videoed me doing was it was like a Harriet Tubman play, and I was Harriet Tubman. So like I've always seen myself on camera, I guess, because my family would put me in plays, and then just like school stuff. I lost my very first role in this like Christmas play when I was in like fourth grade. It devastated me, and I'm very competitive. And I was like, I'm not gonna lose again. And I guess that was like a little moment where I like realized how much I really wanted to do this or do acting. Once I graduated high school, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go be an engineer. Like I was really smart. My degree is in math. So I was just like, I'm just gonna let it go. Like it was fun. But then I realized I really missed it, like in class, and like not having that was like a real adjustment, like not having that creative outlet.
Right.
And I just really didn't care about the thermodynamics of whatever. And so I went back to school and I continued the second year of school, and I just started taking some acting classes on the side, and did 2 plays at U of H. And then I started taking acting classes with Deke Anderson in Houston. And then I signed with my first agency in Houston, and at 19, yeah, and it's just I've been doing it ever since.
oh no, I was gonna say that's awesome. It's crazy that she said Deke Anderson, because that's pretty much the route I went. I was juggling like 2 acting classes at the same time. And then, it's crazy, you find out this acting agency and this. And I was like, I think it was, and I saw your picture too on, I think it was Pastorini Bosby.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait. And then I was like, remember you like, wait. And I was like, start putting 2 and 2 together. And I was like, oh man. And I just became so excited, and I was happy, and I saw you do these different shows and everything. And I was just like, I'm so happy for you. So,
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
That's great.
I see you were in Django.
Mhm.
How was it working with Jamie Foxx?
Oh man, that was pretty cool. He's a really, really, really awesome person. My brother actually was working on Django too. He was like an extra, and so we both were there. Like I helped my brother get the job or whatever, and Jamie was one of the nicest people you could ever meet, like really down to earth. And like, it's like a very massive Hollywood production, and there's just like all these politics and everything. And Jamie was just like, I'm gonna sit with y'all for lunch. Like, what you eating? Like, he was just very, very, very cool. And was like not about like being very elitist or thinking he's better than anyone. Like, he spoke to every single person, shook their hand, thanked them. And that like kind of makes you feel like welcome, whenever you have like a very small part in a movie, you feel very small compared to everything else everyone is doing. So that kind of taught me like on set etiquette and how you should be and how you shouldn't be, I guess. And Kerry Washington was super sweet too. I got a chance to talk with her, and I kind of was just telling her about like my career, and like I was like really like that was like my very first thing, and she gave me some really good advice and told me to like keep pursuing it and like move. Well, at the time I was shooting in New Orleans, so it was like 2010. I don't know, sometime around there. So I was really young, and so she was just like, keep pursuing it and pursue it with your heart. And like things will show up for you down the line. It was really nice advice. She was really, really, really sweet, given some of the scenes that she had to do.
Yeah.
So, she was still very kind, and I appreciate that. Tiny, she's very tiny.
Really?
Yeah, she's smaller. Like I'm 5'4". I think she's
Right.
like 5'3", so she was shorter than me, and I just expected her to be like 5'6" or 5'7", just tall, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gotcha.
How does it feel? How did it feel that first time you seen yourself like on TV, on a network show or a movie? Like, what was that feeling like? Were you like,
I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't like, I'm super critical, and I think that I watch myself, I'm like, oh, why'd you say that like that? Like, oh, like the way
Oh, you feel the same way too. You hate seeing yourself sometimes. That's me too. I thought I was the only one that felt that way.
No. I'd be like, oh, do we have to stay for this part? Like,
I
it's
know, right?
Oh my God. You one of those actors where you're like, no, just let everybody else.
like, I'll let y'all watch it, and then I don't like watching myself. I do. I think I've gotten more comfortable with it with like self tapes and things like that, because I have to watch myself like 80 times and I'm still hella critical. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, I gotta redo the whole tape. I don't like it, or whatever. So I try to get better at that, because it's important for us to like be grateful and be happy with who we are. And so that type of like mindset of like not being comfortable, or like where that anxiety comes from, isn't healthy. So like I'm trying to get better at just like being comfortable watching myself. It's not easy. I don't like it, but
I think I think it was FBI sometime last year or the year before last. I can't really fully remember, but I remember you posted it. Yeah, and I was like, and I sent you a picture. I was like, now who is this girl right here on there? And it was you did really amazing. I was like, look at you. So I was like, this girl, I was like, you got it. And I just knew that you were just gonna do so good.
Thank you. Yeah, FBI was one of my favorite projects that I've ever worked on. Just because I love working with Black people and just like Black anything. And I had a Black director on that show. And so when I did the initial audition, just like a normal one, I had gone in for SVU for like a couple times in New York. And so the casting assistant and casting director had already knew me. And so it felt like they picked this one because they thought I could do it. Like the energy had really shifted in that third time that I'd gone in there. And so then when I got the call back, it was going to be with the director. Her name is Christine Swanson, and she was a Black woman, and I was just like, yes. And she asked me on my resume, she was like, I see that you trained, or you did like a casting session with Raven Drummer. And I was like, in my head, I was just like, oh yeah, I did put that on there. And she was like, yeah, she casted my very first film that I ever did. And I wasn't even going to put that casting workshop on there, because normally you don't really put your casting workshops on your resume. It's just, you can do so many, right? And it just like kind of worked out, that she knew that. And she said she pulled my resume out because that was a casting director that she knew very closely. And we kind of bonded and have a conversation. And she was like, oh yeah, you killed it. And, like after the fact, like, yeah, you killed the callback, and I booked the job. And she was just so welcoming and amazing on set as a director. She really like sat down and talked to me before each scene about like what she wanted me to do, and like how she wanted the character to be portrayed, and like what I was thinking. And like, it was a beautiful collaborative moment, and something that I hadn't experienced with a director on set, specifically on set, not like, any other acting stuff. And that was really nice, and made me want to like bring it, like it really made me feel like, all right, we're doing this together. Like we're going to make this project together, and we're going to do a good job. And yeah, I can't say anything better about her. She was absolutely amazing.
I was going to say, so, I mean, you've been on set with Jamie Foxx, you've been on set with Issa Rae. Like, what are some of the, do you have any fun stories or fun moments that's from the set that you can tell us?
So when I worked on Insecure, I didn't actually work with Issa Rae. I worked with Jay Ellis. So he's actually really cool. That was my scene partner. So that was my scene. I wish I worked with Issa. But it was amazing being on the Insecure set. Like the vibes were just awesome. Those people have been working together, like the crew specifically have been working together for 5 years, 5 or 6 years. So they're very, very, very close. So that set was awesome. I'm trying to think of like a funny story. I recently finished wrapping on a show on NBC for Grand Crew. It's called Grand Crew. It's a new show. It's coming out this fall. And my scene partner was Echo Kellum. He used to be on Arrow for a few years. Black guy. Yeah. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And that was the most fun I have ever had on set. We had this like stunt fire extinguisher scene, and like we kind of had to like improv a little bit from it, and it was just so much fun. And like it was like spraying me. It was just a really fun time. Like it was the most relaxed I've ever had because he's a goofball, and it did not feel like work. Like it just felt like we were having a good time. So like the entire set, we just had these goofy scenes, and we just had so much fun. And a lot of the cast is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so they're just hilarious, and just it was a lot of fun. Like that was probably one of my most fun sets for sure.
I was just gonna say, I'm sure that makes it a lot easier to get into your zone and just be on set and get into character when you have such a good energy and crew around.
Yeah, for sure. That really makes the set when everybody's like, I've been on sets where it didn't really feel welcoming, and like specifically being like Black in these spaces are not always very welcoming for us. It can just feel very isolating. So that's why like I've been very lucky that this year all of my productions have been Black, which is Grand Crew and Insecure, and then I did a BET Plus show, Sacrifice, with Paula Patton, and it's just been really nice to just not feel so alienated. You know, like I said, having Christine Swanson on FBI was like made it awesome as well, and Wu-Tang was Black, so like I've just been very lucky to work on some Black ass stuff, you know.
Long way from that AMC theater.
Man, me and Aleeah have stories just working that like it's starting at $5.15 an hour or $5 something or $6 something.
$5 some an hour.
Oh my gosh. And I just remember that like I'll be in the concession stand with my hat and everything, controlling this and that, doing what I can. And Aleeah's at the guest services and she's on it. And it's just like, and I'll go up there and I talk to her and she's like, I'm like, I know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It felt like it was just yesterday. It's just so, and it's just so, like I was saying earlier, it's just so cool to see, you know, how she just, you know, took off now. And I know that there are times in acting and, well, you know, when you're not getting those calls and you're not getting that call back, and then you're trying to, you know, hustle and try to scramble for something and find something. Are there any moments that, you know, you have, like, how did you get through those times and what did you tell yourself to get to those hard times?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think in this industry alone, we have to have very, very, very thick skin, just because of the amount of rejection that we get. You know, you can do 50 auditions in 6 months and you maybe get a call back for one and you still may not get that. It's really, really hard to book things. And I think it's important to like savor and cherish each and every one of those wins. Thank God, love that moment. And anytime any of my friends book stuff, I always send them a text message like, as you're like driving, like, I hope you soak in this moment, take a deep breath, like really feel what you're feeling, like feel everything and like savor it, because it's gonna be gone, you know, potentially until your next booking. How did I get through a hard time? I've been doing this for like 10 years now, and it's been like up and down. Like after I booked the originals, I thought that like, okay, like And now you're on the CW, like it's gonna skyrocket off of that, but it wasn't my time yet. And I wasn't ready. I think I was 24.
Mm.
And I really thought that like things were gonna change until like I moved to New York City at 24. I just like stopped everything and I moved, and it was a lot. And it didn't really work out that first time. It was really hard. And I struggled. I went back home and I was like, I couldn't find an agent. I couldn't get a manager. I couldn't get anything. It was like, they would look at my resume and they would be like, oh, you booked the originals? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, how did you do that? And I was like, oh, like I have like an agent in Texas. And they're like they didn't believe me.
Yeah.
It was really hard that first time. So when I went back home, I had to like really reassess, like, is this what you want to do? And for a second, I was just like, no, I think my time is up. Like I pursued it and it didn't work out, and that's okay. And I spent 2 years, I still had my agent in Texas, Pastor Bosby, but I wasn't doing very much. I was like just kind of slowing it down. And then I had like my corporate job and I made a lot of money, and I guess everything was fine, but I wasn't happy.
Right.
And like happiness is like the biggest key, right? Like you can make all of this money, you can have this corporate job. Like I was starting to look for houses and everything, and it wasn't enough. Like it really wasn't enough. I can't stress it. Like if there's something that like you enjoy and love doing, like you just have to do it. And so I made the decision to quit again. I went back to New York because I was like, absolutely not. I told you I was committed. I don't like losing. And so I was like, I'm gonna go back to New York and I'm gonna do this again. And things literally just aligned. I went to New York just to get some new headshots, and I was like ready to spend some like good $1,000 money on some good headshots. And he recommended me to my manager, my previous manager, and she signed me. And I was like taking the call at my corporate job in the parking garage, like on Zoom, trying to like make this thing work. And she signed me, and I left my job a month later and I moved to New York again. And
that's awesome. You know, they say, you know, if you when you work in your passion, like if you're working what you love, if you're doing what you love to do, you never work a day in your life. And so that's awesome. That's an awesome story.
yeah.
Aleeah, I love your story so much. And it tells about, you know, like you saying, you gotta have that certain competitive edge and perseverance, and to grind it out and stick it out. And we always talk to people when they're saying like, I just wasn't happy doing what I was doing, like corporate jobs or everything else. And I love it that, you know, you just stuck with it, you stayed with it, and you just kept going.
Yeah.
And people really do need to hear that. And I think, and coming, like, it does a lot for a lot of people that's in this business, trying to grind it out and get there.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially with like ageism, you know, as we get older. Like when I moved to New York City for the second time, I had just turned 28. So at that time, you know, I was like kind of feeling, you know, when you get to the end of your 20s, like, damn, like I should have this and I should have this. And like, are you really like fill up this job? You know, like, are you too old now? Now you can't play these things, like you can't do this. And it's just like, I had to like quiet all of that noise and that doubt and just be like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And you are not married, you don't have no kids, like, what do you want to do? And you still have the ability to pursue that. And my parents are very, very supportive of me. And I think that helps a lot. Like, they just be like, well, go do what you want to do. Like, go try again, go back to New York and make it work. And I wasn't going to fail this time. And I mean, I failed the first time, but it felt like a failure. I can get an agent to take my life.
and that's what's so cool. Like, people need to hear this and hear their story, because it's like, you know, that process of where you started at, and then, you know, like you said, you failed, but it's the way how you accepted that failure and you kept going, like, you know what, I see this, but I'm not letting this be the final, you know, this is not it. This is not it. I got to keep going.
It's the grind.
And, yeah.
It's the grind. Just to see somebody just, you know, it's not overnight. People think things are overnight. No, you have to put the work in. You know, you have to put the work in, and it's gonna come if you stay persistent, you stay with it. Faith, consistency, and hard work. That's what they say, right?
But you enjoy it better that way. Me personally, the grind. Yeah. If it came easy, you wouldn't appreciate it. So
yeah, that's exactly.
So,
who's your dream that you would want to work with in Hollywood? Like, you know.
So I thought about this question, and
It's
there's
James's
so,
fault.
there's so many people. Like, if we're talking about like legends, and specifically, like I said in the beginning, like Black Hollywood, Black people, Black productions, Black shows, like that's what I want to do. And again, I have been very, very, very lucky in my career that I've had mostly female directors, and I've worked on a lot of Black shows, and they've been great. You know, I just wish people would, you know, not be so hard on our work and stuff. You know, a lot of times people be like, oh, don't do that, or oh, that, or this is wrong. Like, it's what you make it, and like they're producing more and more and more Black content, but we need like a stepping stone to, you know, to keep showing that we're watching these things. So I just think it's really important to support ourselves. So say that. And so in like old Hollywood, there's like, you know, of course, Denzel and Angela Bassett. I'd love to work with Jada. She's just like a legend in her own right, of just so many different movies from the 90s. And probably Nia Long too. Like I grew up on her, so I would love to work with Nia Long. And then I think about like new Black Hollywood and all of the folks that are coming out, and like Yaha and Jonathan Majors and Tessa Thompson. There's some really great actors, Michaela Cole, that are just phenomenal, that I would love, you know, to work with. So it's like two different spectrums of like people who inspired me from when I grew up, and then like the people that are absolutely murdering this industry right now that I would, you know, love to work with. And I feel like we've got some like really awesome talent. Journey Smollett too. I'd love to work with her. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. You already spoke it, and I know you spoke it into existence multiple times. I think it's gonna be I think you're gonna skyrocket real. I mean, if you haven't already, I know it's coming, and yeah, I know it's coming.
It's been a journey. It'll be about time.
I know Mahershala Ali was saying that it took him like 10 years as well. And that's the thing. People always saying like, oh, this person, you know, broke out at this time, and that like it takes time. Everybody's journey is different. You have to go through it. Well, you know the process and how it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, everybody's journey is different. It's really it's not easy, and it's a struggle. I have a good tribe of people that were in New York City, and that are also, some of them are out here in LA. And it's like really great. We're all in the same mindset of like just pursuing our dreams and pushing it forward, and like being support systems for each other, because it's not easy in this business to keep your head above water, you know, and not get boggled down.
I agree.
So where can we all follow you?
Y'all can follow me on IG. That's probably like the most active I'm on, which is This is Aleeah. And then like I have my website as well, but I don't really post like blog posts on there as much as I should, but it's up to date with like my resume and like clips from my show and like shows that I've done or whatever. And then, like I said at the beginning of the call, I worked on 3 projects this year. So Sacrifice will be on BET Plus, but I don't know when the premiere date is. I know they finished filming in like June, so it should be sometime soon, but that'll be on BET Plus, and that was with Paula Patton, and my scenes are with Paula Patton, so it's really cool working with her. She's really pretty.
That was one of my Hollywood crushes. I'm like, man, I'm gonna start blushing. Like, don't say her name around me. I'm like, calm down.
Down,
Jack. Calm down.
Understandable. She's absolutely stunning, like blinding light stunning, and sweet. And then Insecure, I'll be on episode 3 of Insecure for season 5. So probably that will be out in November. I think this season starts like October 26th. So 3 weeks after that should be like November 10th or something like that. And then, like I said, I just finished literally like a week ago because I texted you, James, to let you know that that's like, yeah, I just finished filming. So that will be on NBC this fall. It's a half-hour comedy show. It's called Grand Crew, and it's Black. It's about four Black men who go to a wine bar and they just be chopping it up about their life and like what they're going through. It's vulnerable. It's a really, really, really great show. I love the script, and I think Black people should really watch it. It's funny. It's got a Black producer. It's got Black writers. So it just feels very like to our culture. It's very cool. But that will be out sometime this fall. I'm not really sure on the episode, but I'm episode 5. So I don't know like the exact date, but episode 5 I'll be on.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Love it, sis. Well, one more thing before you go, and we'll have you do the drop. Now, are you still an NFL fan? You still a football fan?
Yeah.
Okay, so I told Chris and Mike, I don't know if is this still your team? Are the Cowboys still your team?
Cowboys are still my team. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How long have you had that problem?
It was all good. You was doing perfectly fine.
Steeler Nation stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a certified Cowboys hater. I'm sorry.
she's used to it now.
I am.
I think that's how I first started talking to her at AMC. I know you said that we was talking about our favorite subjects in school. I know you said you love math, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah.
And I said English, and you were saying you like math because it's you always get one straight answer.
You remember that?
Look at that memory coming through, bro. Like, told you I got that memory.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. And then we started talking about football, and he was like, Cowboys. I'm like, my dad is a Cowboys fan. So I was like, okay, she's cool. I was like, Aleeah is cool.
That's awesome.
I know. That's why I'm a distinguished actor. I can remember something.
That's amazing. You have a great memory because
Sometimes.
Exactly what I said.
See, sometimes it works. But
see, Cowboy fans always have good memory because they go back from the 90s, what we did in the 90s.
Oh man. Y'all gonna make up, man.
Y'all be all right.
Leave her team alone, man.
I've been hearing it so much, so I grew up in Houston. I just take it. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Queen. That is it. And you are done.
Insane.
Thank you very much.
Great meeting you guys. Like, it's really great. This is a wonderful show. You guys have something really awesome. So
Thank
you. We appreciate it.
That means a lot. I'll be seeing, I don't know whenever I do break out or when we do break out, but we'll be seeing you soon. I'll see you on sets. Thank you again so much. Thank you. Many blessings to you. Be safe and be safe out there.
You are the nicest Cowboy fan I ever met in my life. They are some rude son of a gun, boy. I tell you, they are rude.
Very aggressive, but we gotta put up with a lot with the Texans fans being so annoying and
See that?
Oh, do you feel attacked?
Never.
I like how she slightly put that in there, and it was just so sweet how you did it. It's just being annoying. I like it. Oh my gosh, thank you, Aleeah.
You're welcome, guys.
All right, take care.
Bye.
All right, y'all, here we are. It's that time again, we talk about who was just acting up. Chris, who made history today, bro?
Well, we're going to several cities today, but the first place we're going here, we're going to go to, we're going to talk about this man that was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Apparently he was sentenced to 10 years from prison for stabbing a woman. Yeah, stabbing a woman. That's a just rightful sentence, right, for stabbing a woman. But it's what he stabbed her with is kind of what's kind of odd. He stabbed her with a syringe filled with semen.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, it was at a grocery store. And let's see, the charges was for first and second degree assault, which the incident happened back in February of last year in 2020 at a supermarket. The attorney general and Colt said in the statement he entered the plea where he pled guilty without admitting to committing the crime, and his jail time will be followed by 5 years probation. They said his actions were truly horrific. He intentionally went out into the community with the goal of assaulting unsuspecting women. Yeah, so this guy's a weirdo.
That man needs to die.
Yeah, surveillance video showed him following the women in the store around the cart. That's why women, you got to watch yourselves when you're in these stores and these parking lots, because creeps are out there. And the video showed him taking something out of his pocket and then before he bumped into her. The woman, she was coming out of the store. He continues to follow her, and pretty much, long story short, yeah, she said it felt like a bee sting when he got her. He stung her a few times, and it was just, it's all a big mess, man. This dude is gross. This dude is really gross.
What?
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, and they did a DNA test and everything, and the liquid inside matched the DNA from a crime lab and his semen and stuff. So that's how they knew what it was and who it was. Yeah,
stupid.
Did it say anything about him being like positive to any diseases?
As far as I know, it doesn't say that the article doesn't say that he's had any diseases. They show he also lunged at 2 other women, including a 17-year-old girl. Yeah, and he's currently being held at the Jennifer Road Detention Center, according to the jail records.
And how many years he got?
10 and 5 years probation.
Should have got more than that.
Yeah, he should have.
Yeah. You want to take a guess at what city or what state?
Florida.
What about you, James?
Florida.
I'm gonna pick something random. Mississippi.
Oh my God.
Nah, well, I don't think we're that ignorant in the South today on this one. This is in Churchton, Maryland. Churchton, Maryland.
Okay.
Churchton, Maryland. That sounds like population of how many?
I have no idea.
God damn.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. Now, the second story I got, let's see here. Well, this is about drunk driving. Cautionary tale, of course. The police say that the drunk husband crashed his car into a tractor trailer not far from his house. And that would happen around 8:24 Monday, this past Monday. And the sheriff responded to a 3-vehicle crash eventually. So what happened was the man who crashed into the tractor trailer, he called his wife to pick him up. And of course she was drunk and she crashed into him.
Oh, hell no.
And so Cheryl Ricketts is the wife's name. She crashed into Donald Ricketts, her husband's car, who crashed into the tractor trailer. So they both were drunk. They said she had a 0.22% alcohol level. She was arrested and taken to Posey County Jail. And Mr. Ricketts was also taken to the hospital. And the test revealed that he had a 0.28% alcohol level. And, and the driver of the tractor trailer was not injured, by the way.
Wow.
A tractor trailer. Dude.
So the husband hit the tractor trailer, called the wife to come get him, and the wife hit the husband.
They were both drunk.
Both were drunk.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say tractor trailer, Alabama.
No. What you got, James? What you think?
Tractor trailer.
Tractor trailer. I'm trying to think. Where else could they be doing some stuff like this at? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say Florida.
Wow,
Florida. Wrong again. Y'all give Florida a hard time, don't y'all?
So Florida's always doing something.
This was in Poseyville, Indiana.
God damn.
We way Oh, yeah, we way off.
Poseyville, Indiana.
Poseyville, Indiana.
Poseyville, Indiana. Man, dude.
And that's all I got for acting the fool this week.
Oh my gosh. People need to find another hobby or something else to do or something. Learn how to, I don't know.
I just looked up Poseyville. Their population is 1,000 in the 2010.
There's always those small towns where you get the most randomness.
Oh shit.
Those some good ones.
That's a good one.
That's some good ones. Well, dear, I want you to come and pick me up. How did that conversation go? All right, I'm a little bit drunk. You'll be all right. Just come get me. Come help me out. But I'm drunk too.
Now everybody in jail.
Well,
Goddamn.
Oh no.
God dog it. So tell me, wait. So Mike, read what you just.
Okay, so I have looked up. I'm at the city of Poseyville, Indiana, and they have one number for everybody. The town council application form, the town marshal, water and gas. This is one number for everything. Population 1,000, 45 people. And that's it. That's
Need your tires rotated? Call that number.
Call your number. You might have a cousin in there working, and it's man. Everything is on Main Street too. 38 West Main Street.
Dude,
they got the clerk treasury number too. It's all the same number.
Want to buy a new TV? Call that number.
How does that work?
Need a new car? Call that number.
How many phone lines they have where it's just like, I got a problem. Yeah, so does the guy on the other line. We only got one line, sir. I mean, what you want me to do, man?
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's classic.
That is classic. You can pay your water bill with that one number. Golf cart registration, gun permit,
electric bill,
all on one number.
No, that is hilarious. Dude, that is see what?
Now gave you niggas cell phones and internet.
I wonder what's their internet company.
Call that number. You can find that.
Does Xfinity make it out there for?
Like, God, dog, man. Just that one number. That got to be a joke, man. They got to be a sick joke.
Oh, shit. They got one Main Street, 38 West Main Street.
All right, after the just acting up, we got to do our part. We can't just talk about these idiots that do stupid stuff out there. We got to give it some balancing. So we're going to get to the balancing act. Y'all stay locked in, stay tuned. Just Acting Up Show. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the balancing act where we give roses out to certain individuals, like, you regular folk or people that's been in the industry for quite some time, from music to entertainment, as acting, all that and above. Balancing act. This is what we do at this spot. We gotta give flowers. My God, gotta give flowers out and roses to everybody who has done their part and go beyond and above than what they do. So, Chris, you got the balancing act for this one, bro, or what you got?
Yeah, we're gonna give out some flowers today. We're gonna give it out to our fellow pilot here, Mr. Mike. Yeah, still a man with the yellow. I don't like your team. Your birthday coming up, so I'm gonna shout him out. His birthday on Monday.
Yeah, man, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. He was the engine that got this whole thing going. He hit me up one day. Was like, hey, I want to get into acting, and let's go to this mixer. And that's where we met James. And it's just been good, man. It's just we came up with this show, and it's just we want to give you your flowers on your birthday for your birthday. So got to shout out to bro.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It all started off with just an idea, and man, it didn't blossom. This is our 30th episode.
30.
Episode 30.
30.
And interviewed 15 people,
Yeah.
you know, so far. So
Come
man,
on,
just 30 more to go, then 30 more to go after that, then 30 more to go after that. Me and Chris been rocking since Kroger's on all these mail right, getting them hot ass backwards, baskets.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Rain, sleet, or snow, man. Shit, ozone land watch. I'll just be out there for 30
Be a
minutes.
monsoon outside. They were like,
Yeah,
go get them baskets.
monsoon. Yeah, go get them baskets, man. Damn. Yeah.
I didn't know y'all did baskets too. I did that at Sam's Club, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's rough. I feel sorry. That's why I put the cart up for the grocery store kids, because I've been there. That was my first job.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
It was not fun.
we have been rocking it out, man. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And James just came into the situation. It was just everything. Just you thought we known James for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just the way things work. We was all meant to be at that place at that time. You know what I'm saying? To connect.
Yeah. And I'm starting to understand the importance of a team. I didn't understand that in the beginning. How they say you gotta have a team behind you. But we got one hell of a team right here. We all think them, like this morning. I text and say, well, last night, hey man, let's start the show early. He was like, yeah, let's start it early. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Let's start it early. So
yeah,
we both on the same page, man. So I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. And enjoy your birthday. Don't turn up too much, man.
Man, I'm trying not to, man.
They want you to be at work the next following couple of days. We need you. We need you to clock in, brother. You come to work, right?
Yeah, you still coming, right?
Oh man, just had a doggone mini hurricane come through here. What's his name? Nathan or whatever. Nicholas. There you go. I don't know why I said Nathan. Nicholas came through, lights out your place and flooding or whatever. It wasn't too bad, thank God. But when Harvey and them came through, we still coming to work? What?
Yeah.
Get out my face.
Those jobs don't get their roses.
No. Hey man, we need you to come in to work. Mike, you gonna come in? Chris? Y'all gonna come in, right?
Give me say what?
Give me say what?
I ain't gonna. I think you're breaking up. Nah, man, I can't hear you, man. Why you answer the phone, man? Well, power's out. I couldn't charge my phone. You go to your car and charge the phone, right? Nah, man. Wow, my car flooded. That car flooded. Yeah, man. I just come up with random. I'm fire off like that. Yeah. I'm not going. Come up with quick line.
Yeah, just pray for me. Pray for me.
Yeah. Come up with quick line. All right, Sean, we gonna hit clap it in. Woo, this is our 30th episode, 30th show. Thank you all for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing to us, man. We really appreciate y'all. Like we always say on the show, you never know what's gonna happen when you start off something. You just start and go, and then 30 shows, 15, 14 guests in now, and here we are. Speaking of the guests, we had Diallo Riddle on our last show. So y'all go back and watch that last show. Check that out. With some great news at the tail end of that interview, like the last 20, 15 minutes of that episode of the interview. So make sure you check that out. And while you also check that out, please check out Sherman Showcase and Southside. Sherman Showcase is on HBO. No, Sherman Showcase is on Hulu. On Hulu. Type in Sherman Showcase. Watch that little variety. There's a variety show and everything. Trust me, funny. And watch Southside, which is on HBO Max. Another great show with Diallo Riddle. He's in both. You don't know who Diallo Riddle is, he was on Marlon. You don't know who Marlon is, you just don't know who the Wayans is. If you don't know who the Wayans are, I don't know where you've been at. You've been living under the rock for watch. You should know who Marlon is.
That's
Marlon
a great way of putting it.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, but yeah, watch Sherman Showcase. Watch Southside. Both are great shows. And thank you again, Diallo Riddle, for stopping by and spending time with us. So with that being said, also another drop I want to tell you guys about. Watch Joffy's VIP Room on YouTube, JOFFY. Bosley S VIP Room. That's another YouTube channel that I'm in. I also have my brothers join me on that channel as well, where we go into a more in-depth analysis of movies and films. We talk about it. We have our debates on there. We talk, and we do whatever. We just have fun with Joffrey's Got People. So come through. That's another station right there for us. Another channel. Check us out, Joffrey's Got People.
Shout out to our guest, Aleeah. We appreciate her for coming through as well.
Yeah, appreciate you, Leo.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Been working with us since, man, AMC. My gosh, man. She been cool since day one. So Aleeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Many blessings to you and everything that you do. You have so much talent in you. I didn't even know that you were getting into acting, and look at you now. And I'm just so proud of you. I'm happy for you. Keep going, because sky's the limit. You're doing amazing, and you're gonna do even better. You're gonna surprise yourself this year and next year. If you haven't already, trust me, you're gonna surprise yourself. So keep going, Queen.
Nice.
Yeah, man. With that being said, before we close out, man, Martin, y'all saw we just posted that yesterday, and man, appreciate y'all for the feedback on that post about the Martin episode and characters. Chris, what was your favorite Martin episode, bro?
Ooh, that's like my favorite show. I would say for me, my favorite episode, so many. I would have to say one of them is the one with that ain't no damn puppet.
Oh, yeah, that's the best one. That's my favorite one too.
Stuff like Mike, what about you, man?
That was one of my favorite ones. The one with the headboard was hilarious.
Ooh, yeah.
That one with the headboard was hilarious. There was the behind the scenes of the Martin I checked out long time ago, and Martin once he start, he goes, and then they follow. So like with the puppy, that wasn't by design. That was Martin that was doing that. So Gina just followed suit. So that's why that show was so great.
Oh yeah. I'd say one of my other favorite ones. The 2-part series. It was 2 episodes. It was the Varnell Hill show.
Oh man. Jodeci. I forgot.
The children found them underneath.
Sing a melody. The Varnell Hill.
I think that's the other one that I like with Jodeci on there. Man.
Oh man. Oh my God. That little battle right there. So we're gonna talk about, I don't know who all gonna join me on that one, but we're also gonna do that soon on Joffrey's VIP, when we're gonna have a segment where we talk about what was our favorite episodes and who's on our Mount Rushmore of favorite characters on Martin. We got that going on on the Just Acting Up Show IG right now. So y'all go to that, check that out. I don't know, my Mount Rushmore, I have it already, but I'm gonna save it for the show. So many classic episodes. So shout out to Martin Lawrence, shout out to Sheena Arnold, shout out to Tisha Campbell, shout out to Carl Anthony Payne, RIP to Thomas Michael Ford. We appreciate y'all for being the foundation of comedy for us growing up in this crazy, crazy world. It took us away from the crazy world. Like I said, that comedy is a beautiful thing. Laugh is the best medicine. So with that being said, Chris, you got any positive notes to take us out of here, bro?
Yeah. So quote of the day: keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. Words to remember. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one. I like that. I dig that. Y'all make sure y'all take it, y'all receive it. Many blessings to everyone. Keep watching the show. Like I said, watch Sherman Showcase. Watch Southside. About to say Showside.
Don't forget
watch
to
Sherman Showcase.
Follow and subscribe.
It's right there.
Right there.
Hit that bell button.
Hit that bell button. Get notifications. Like we in church.
It only takes one.
It only takes one. That's it.
And everyone else will follow.
That's it.
Come on down to the altar.
Hey, the mofos, you got it.
You got it. Take your time, Pastor.
You got it. Go ahead.
That's
Go
all
ahead.
right.
They got that one that be in the back. Go ahead.
Go now. Go ahead, Pastor. Oh,
Right. Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh man, boy, church, man. Oh my gosh. Y'all be safe out there. Thank y'all again. Be safe.
Peace.